All right, we have gone live. There's a little bit of a delay, so everybody wave as we're giving people some time to jump on. All right, we have a couple of viewers coming on the line. We have 84 viewers on the line. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I'm going to give it just a few more seconds, and then we're going to get started. We are so excited about tonight. Oh my goodness. All right. So a couple more seconds, guys. The numbers of viewers are continuing to rise. I want to make sure we give everybody a chance to get on. All right. Well, welcome everyone. We are thrilled that you decided to join us tonight. I know that time is so precious, so thank you for taking a few minutes this evening and spending it with us. My name is Tamara Holloway, and I'm from the natural state of Arkansas. I'm a proud mama of two precious little girls, and it is because of this amazing company and opportunity that you're going to hear about tonight that I'm able to stay home with both of them, and I am so, so grateful for that. You each were invited to this exclusive VIP event because someone thinks very highly of you. Each of us only invited a couple of people to join us this evening. So just know that someone thinks you're very special and they see qualities and characteristics in you that stand out. Now, I know you may be looking at me right now, cautiously hopeful, maybe a little skeptical as well. And I want you to know that I get that because I was that person. I was not looking for a new opportunity. I had had a challenging experience with network marketing in the past. So when Plexus first came into my path, I was hesitant, yet hopeful that maybe, just maybe, this could be the avenue to change our life, my family's life, in countless ways. And guys, it did. When I first began, my husband was in his second year of full-time schooling to become a physician assistant. We were barely making ends meet. And by the end of his schooling, we were able to take on those massive loans that we had acquired and pay them off in just a few months' time. That was such a blessing for us. And that is just one way that this opportunity has truly changed things for our family. There are countless more. So I would just ask you that you just listen tonight with an open mind and see if this just might be a fit for you as well. Everyone that you are hearing from tonight are in the top 1% of Plexus. Yet they are just normal women who are passionate about people and passionate about helping others. You're also going to learn a little about our products and the reasons why they are in such high demand. You're going to hear stories of health restored and stories of true life change. And make sure, guys, to hang on with us until the very end to hear how you can be entered to win $100 cash. I really believe that after this evening, you're going to walk away tonight inspired. So first, we're going to hear from my friend, Carissa Casey. She is someone that I only know because of Plexus, and now I truly count her a dear friend.
Hey, thank you, Tamara. Hi, you guys. About 3 years ago, I was a happy stay-at-home mom. I have 3 children. At the time, I had one child and then a brand new 1-month-old baby. I had a successful food blog at that time and really enjoyed cooking and nutrition. And I had a great little following because of that food blog. So for that reason, I was not looking for another side gig, and I was also very protective of my brand because I had had so much success with my food blog. So I'm definitely like Tamara in that I was not looking for an opportunity like this. I had been to one too many of those parties in people's homes that were very uncomfortable, and it was not my scene, suffice it to say. My husband had been a physician assistant for about 9 years, so very passionate about medicine. And I was very, very confident in the power of diet. So I was not convinced that supplements were a necessity for anyone really, and I definitely didn't feel like they were a necessity for me because I was eating such a nutritious, clean diet already. I also want to let you know that we were on a very tight budget. My husband was making great income providing for our family, but I was staying at home, so we were a single income family, and we had made several investments for our future, just trying to be smart. So because of that, we were very tight on the budget. In fact, a big part of my food blog was about me using only $50 a week for our grocery budget. So that tells you just how tight things were. Definitely did not think I had money in the budget for something extra like Plexus, if I had even heard about it at that time, which I had not. But I began researching gut health completely outside of Plexus before I'd ever heard of it. And I was really blown away as I started to understand how many health issues and diseases link back to the bacteria in our gut. At that time, when I did some research on that, I started making some aggressive diet changes in my life. I had some health issues that had kind of started hitting me after several surgeries I had had that led to a lot of antibiotics. And I realized that my gut health was probably to blame for a lot of my health struggles. And so I made some aggressive diet changes. And around that time, I started hearing about Plexus and started having friends reach out to share more with me about it. I was definitely intrigued because the product line completely aligned with everything that I had researched and learned about gut health. Very, very intrigued. But again, I wanted to address it through diet. But over time, curiosity wore me down, and I went ahead and I tried the core products, the triplex combo, Slim, the Pink Drink, ProBio 5, and BioCleanse. Just to see if they could do more than what my diet was doing, because I was not seeing the changes I wanted to see. I did see hormonal balancing changes that I was so desperate for, but not only that, within a few weeks, I started seeing changes in my hunger and my cravings and in binge eating tendencies that I had had for over a decade. They had been a huge stronghold in my life. I had seen those benefits advertised with Plexus, but I completely wrote them off. I thought there is no way some supplement out there is actually going to help with my overeating or with my cravings and my hunger, especially not something natural. You know, maybe if I were to get on some diet pill, but certainly not natural supplements. And I couldn't believe how wrong I was. In fact, that's one of the first things I asked my husband because he was trying the products too. And he said, Carissa, I don't feel like a bottomless pit anymore. And I thought, this is crazy. So when we felt that way and thought, this is not placebo, this is the real deal, we dove in and started researching on the medical databases that my husband has access to as a medical professional. And as we dug deeper on these ingredients, my husband looked at me and he said, Carissa, I want this stuff in my body 24/7. And so because of that, I decided to go ahead and join the company and I wanted our whole family on the products long term. And what was so neat was as we started helping other friends get started on the products, we were hearing story after story about relief from their diseases and health issues. And as we would dig, we would see that those claims were backed by scientific evidence. So as I speak about those claims, all those health issues, I know that if you've heard anything about Plexus, you've probably seen friends talking about getting relief from so many different things. Just in my personal friends alone, I have friends who have gotten relief from PCOS, endometriosis, diabetes, and high blood sugar levels. I've had friends who were underweight be able to gain weight. I've had friends who were overweight finally be able to break through plateaus and lose again. Friends with celiac disease and food intolerances getting relief. Friends with seasonal allergies and asthma. Children with autism and all of the hard symptoms that come with that. People with thyroid issues, sleep disorders, and even depression and anxiety. And that's just to name a few of my personal friends and the things they've gotten relief from. Also things like IBS and colitis. So I know a lot of people have come to me and said, Carissa, how can any one product line possibly address all of those issues? And so what I want to share with you just real quick is that all of those issues and several others that are rampant in our country have a common root, actually several common roots, 4 in particular. The common root behind all of those issues is, one, gut health. You may have heard it called leaky gut or intestinal hyperpermeability. That's the scientific term. That's one of the biggies, one of the big root issues. The second is blood sugar imbalance. The third is inflammation. And the fourth is poor nutrient intake and nutrient absorption. And that is Plexus's wheelhouse. These natural products target those 4 root issues. So real quick, the 4 core products, now we have a line of about 16, but the 4 core products you've probably heard of are Slim, a pink drink that is absolutely delicious. You drink it each morning. This one specifically targets blood sugar and inflammation, 2 of those big 4 that I just mentioned. A couple other biggies are ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. This is our gut health power combo. So this addresses your gut health in a really powerful way. And I have to add in that normal probiotics do not contain enzymes and antifungals. So this goes in and destroys the bad organisms in order for the good organisms to take back over. And that's why people see such a difference. So this addresses gut health and also nutrient absorption, because an inflamed gut really cannot absorb nutrients well. And then our X Factor with Aloe multivitamin. This addresses nutrient absorption as well. That aloe increases your nutrient absorption by over 300%. So the combination of those 4 really targets all 4 of those root issues that are plaguing America and that are at the root of all of those peripheral issues. So now we're going to get to hear from someone whose story has inspired me so much. She joined Plexus right around the same time I did. And every time I have come into a season of doubt or questioning about being involved with this, all I have to do is think back to her story. And I feel 100% sure that this is blessing lives and that I need to get the word out about it. So her name is Ryan Evans, and she's going to share her story with us right now.
Thanks, Carissa. Okay, so this might come to a shock to you, but I absolutely hated Plexus. I hated getting on Facebook and scrolling and seeing people post about it. I hated hearing about how it was going to cure every single problem I had in the world. I could sprout wings, grow them, and fly. It literally did everything. It made me roll my eyes every single time I got on Facebook. I wanted nothing to do with it. I hid Sweet Jessica from my timeline. I've said dirty things behind her, and I even posted mean things about Plexus on Facebook. So Jessica decided to come up to my work because that was the only way she was going to really get to talk to me about it. She came up to my work and she said, "Hear my heart." She kind of wanted to get to know me. She knew I had serious health problems. After I had my first son in 2011, I was diagnosed with celiac disease, and I started seeing a hematologist, and he was giving me infusions monthly. So I would go into the doctor, they would take my blood, and they would work up a cocktail of what I needed, and I would sit with all the oncology patients hooked up to a machine, and I would get my transfusion. My hemoglobin level was also very low, and so I often had to have blood transfusions. And so seeing a doctor, there's no way that some network marketing company was going to have a product to help my health. So it just really ticked me off. Not only that, but I struggled financially, and there was no way I was going to spend more money on something that I thought was a joke. But Jessica gifted me 30 days of the Triplex and X Factor, which are the products that Carissa just talked to you about. And I agreed to take them for 30 days, and I would shout from the rooftops and let everyone know that it was a joke. And so I did that. I took the products for 30 days, and it just so happened that the 30th day I was on the product, I had a doctor's appointment with my hematologist. So I went in, I got my blood work done, the same as I had for the last 3.5 years. And it was the first time in 3.5 years that my blood work came back perfect. It was like, oh my goodness, I seriously cannot tell this guy what I've been doing because I'm mortified, embarrassed. So I went home. My doctor actually sent me a text and said, I'm worried your blood work might not be right. Come back, let's redo it. I redid my blood work, and sure enough, it was still perfect. Now, with celiac disease, that comes massive diet change. So doing all of these things monthly, I had lost big chunks of my hair. All these eyelashes on this eye were gone. So it was very obvious that I was sick. I knew at that point that, first of all, sleeping better, just feeling better overall. I could tell my hair was growing back. I had to have the products. So I signed up to get wholesale prices because that was the best price, and I was broke. But I didn't have the money. I had to borrow the money from my in-laws to get the wholesale prices and the products. I still, even after such a massive health change in just 30 days, I still wasn't going to share about the products. But 2 days after I signed up to get wholesale prices, I had a situation. My 8-month-old baby woke up in the middle of the night. That was very unusual because he always slept through the night, but he woke up, he was hungry, and I had no formula in my house. And I had negative in my bank account. So here I was, a mom in a situation where I really could not afford to feed my kids. And after I cried a lot on the kitchen floor, I was scrolling Facebook, and I was added to a team page, which is just a resource of great information all about plexus. And I saw a post, something called the Power of Three. And there was just a dollar amount in there, close to $15,000. And I thought, if I could make $15,000 a year, I could feed my kids. And I knew the products worked. I mean, as embarrassed as I was about blasting plexus, I knew they worked. And so I sent Jessica a message, and I'm like, okay, what gives? I need to know how to make $15,000 a year. And she called me on the phone, and she explained that that was a month. And I was completely floored. So from that moment on, I decided that I was definitely going to work this business because it transformed my health. And I knew that God had given it to me as a gift to transform my family's finances. So in 1 year, I went emerald. I worked a full-time job. My job was running a school. It was 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. I was a pastor at church for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade ministry. And I also was helping run a nonprofit as the president of a nonprofit. So I was a really busy woman. And in that year, I was also a single mom of 2 boys. And so having said all that, I was a really busy person, but the transformation in my health, and then the transformation that it's given me now driving a brand new Lexus and the 6-figure income has been life-changing. But it's been life-changing for everybody on this call. Abby Kappa is an amazing, adorable person, and she is going to tell you about her plexus experience.
Hi, guys. Okay, I just want to say that I am super thankful for all of you that have even taken the time to jump on tonight. I know that that is no small feat, especially for those of you that have kids and you never have enough hours in the day. And honestly, if you cringed even receiving the link to this call and really kind of tossed it back and forth about whether you should even do it, you are so my people. The very idea of network marketing made me want to vomit in my mouth. So much so that when I was first presented with this opportunity, I said super boldly, nope, I would much rather kill myself working 12-hour night shifts all night long, lifting people who weigh 3 times more than me in a nursing home, and be with my baby girl all day long before I will ever touch a scheme like that, because I'm better than that. And I thought that I had integrity and I wasn't about to tie my name to a company. So, what changed between then, which was 2014, and now? I actually had someone way older and way wiser than me who's not in network marketing, but she has a lot of wisdom, and she just asked me flat out. She said, "What are you doing?" Because at the time I was a single mama and I was not willing to leave my baby during the day. But I had to provide. I had to figure out how to survive. And she said, "You know what?" She said, "This is the 21st century. Why are you not picking something on social media that you believe in and getting behind it?" And I said, "Because who does that? Like, I'm better than that. I'm a smart person. I can be successful in life. I can fight my way out of this hard life situation." And she said, "But you don't have to. You don't have to kill yourself. Choose something with integrity, choose something you know works, and do it well." And so then began my venture of looking at a lot of different companies because I thought, okay, you know what? I'm not just going to go and say yes to the first person that came to me because, guys, let's be honest, our Facebook feeds are blowing up every single day. We're getting added to groups that we never asked to be a part of by crazy people that we don't even know. Like, did we even accept their friend request? Who knows? But all of a sudden, we're added to groups that we don't even know existed. So I decided to take a hard look at several companies out there because there are a lot of things in a lot of genres. There were products that people had let me try that I liked, but I had to know that it was something that would work for everyone. I was not comfortable just sharing a product that I liked personally because something that I liked and something that worked for me wasn't good enough. I had to know, in order to sleep at night, I had to know that every single person I told this about, they needed it and that it was going to do something to benefit them. So then began my 7-month research on gut health. And that's when I realized Plexus is not magic. Plexus makes all the sense in the world because, just like Carissa said, gut health really is the root issue. It's either the cause or it's making the issue itself much, much worse of pretty much everything that every American is dealing with. So once I realized that, I thought, okay, this I can get behind because I know that anyone, no matter their gender, no matter their age, I have something that's going to make a difference for them. The other thing is that what we have is not a luxury product. I didn't have to walk around saying that my super cute bottle of mascara was going to change someone's life because I'm a Sephora junkie till the day I die, but mascara does not change my life. I had to know that what I was offering was actually going to improve people's quality of life, and it was something that they would come back for. And honestly, you guys, Carissa and Ryan have both just barely touched the tip of the iceberg of the kind of testimonies that we see on a daily basis. I have people on my team that are having babies that were told they could never have babies. I have grandparents who are on the floor with their grandkids who couldn't actually stand up without serious pain before they got on these products. So this actually does change people's lives. And so it's more than just an income that we're all thankful for. It's something where we go to bed every night super thankful that we get to impact people's lives in a way that matters. For me, that was a huge deal because ever since I was a little girl, the dream of my heart has been to help people physically. And so I thought, according to society, then that probably means I should fall into the medical field and become a nurse. But the truth is, I only have a high school education. And so when I became a single mom, I was faced with the option of going to school and missing out on my baby's childhood and coming out with tons of debt, or doing this. And I had no idea at the time that I would be making far more than what an RN makes. And I am super, super thankful for that blessing. If there's one thing I learned in my season of being a single mama on a fixed income and barely surviving, it's that people in survival mode are selfish. You may be on this call right now and think that you're okay, that you don't actually need a second income, that you're getting by just fine, that you are paying your bills every month, even if you're living paycheck to paycheck. And I thought I was okay too. making $500 a month scrubbing other people's toilets. I thought, you know what? As long as I can pay my rent, I nurse my kids, so it's going to be okay. We'll make it eventually. But that's not fair, because we were created for so much more than to just pay bills and die. We have a way bigger purpose, a way bigger mission. The people in the rest of the world need people like us who have extra to give. And when you have excess and the blessings can just cover everybody around you, it's seriously the most rewarding thing in the whole world. So you might be watching this right now and thinking that you don't need it, but actually the world needs you to need it. They need you to do more than just take care of yourself and your own babies and pay your own bills. So that has been the absolute biggest blessing for me. I know that part of my 7-month time wasting process was I felt like there wasn't a right time. But that's the name of the game with adulthood. So for any of you guys who thought it was the right time to get married or the right time to have a baby, I do not relate to you. I never felt like it was the right time to make any serious life change. Life is chaos, especially in 2017. We're all moving at the speed of light. So if you're waiting for the perfect time to make a jump into something new, it will never, ever come. But the good thing is that this company and this team is a super safe place to land. And there's a couple really specific reasons for that. One is because everyone needs these products. So for these products to work correctly, people have to take them every day, and they're going to need them the next month. So you're going to have a steady income coming in for your family that your husband can count on seeing coming from you every single month. It's legitimate, it's a real job, and you can stake your bills on it. The second thing is that our team is actually known, even in corporate, our company as a whole, we are known for our support system. And I'm super, super thankful for the people before me who made it that way and who created it that way. But we are not going to throw you to the wolves. This is not like any other company where they go, good job, here's your kit in your catalog. We hope you do really well. We do not operate that way. We walk you through step by step. You're going to have FaceTime with the people that you joined tonight. They are going to be talking to you on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and they're going to give you a plan that fits exactly what you need this to be and fits your goals. Maybe you don't want to make 6 figures a year. Maybe you don't want to drive a Lexus. Maybe you just want $1,000 a month to cover your mortgage. And if that's all you're here for, that's all the tools we're going to give you. So we are here to make this exactly what you need it to be. And we're so glad that you're here. I'm going to let Jessica give you guys some of the details of how all this works.
Thanks, Abby. Hey, I'm Jessica. I'm a diamond with Plexus. But hey, thanks for jumping on. Okay, I know each and every one of you guys on this call are here for a purpose. This isn't like any other event that we've ever done. We've never done an event like this. We wanted, I don't know if you know, but we were only allowed to invite 2 people to this event. And so we were thinking of the cream of the crop. Who do we want to be hanging out in Hawaii with? Because we're all going back to Hawaii this year, and we want you guys with us, the one on this call, and there's so many that invited you who are well on their way. We thought, who would their lives would be changed forever when they do this with you, with the friend that asked you. Okay, so this isn't just for everybody. We really see in you the potential to be a difference maker with this, to be a person of great influence. So you've heard some great testimonies tonight, and you may be thinking, oh, those are great stories. I still have no idea how this business works, which kind of was how I was when I saw my friend Tamara, who started off the call. You know, I saw her post her picture of her Lexus, and she'd been posting about Plexus for 8 months, but that one was like, whoa, what? People actually are successful at this? And I thought it was only 2 elusive unicorn people that would ever get to that level. But when it was my friend, who I had met at a church function, who I knew and I trusted, I decided to investigate quite a bit more. So how does this business even work? How do we share about this? All of those things. Okay, for me, I needed something different. I know a lot of you guys may have been in network marketing before, or you think they're all the same. Plexus is different, and I'm going to tell you how. For me, first of all, I'm not a salesperson. I am an introvert. If you knew me as a child, I was in Girl Scouts and terrified to death to even ask anybody to buy a Girl Scout cookie from me. Okay, so I needed this not to be about sales. I needed this not to be about, oh, I've got to meet this huge sales quota for me to even make any income, or, you know, I have to talk to all these people, or go into all this debt, or throw parties. Y'all, the thought of having to throw a party makes me smile, me sweat. And so Plexus is different. When I found out, I was already on Facebook before Plexus anyway. So when I found out I could now get paid for being on Facebook and just sharing my story, just being an extension of who I already was, for being able to educate people on something I was passionate about, to be able to do something fun and develop leadership skills in people and just share that about people. So when I found out Plexus was different, I did not have to carry any inventory. I did not have to throw any parties. I did not have any sales quota to meet. I had access to training to the most successful team in all of Plexus. I want you guys to hear that. I think that's very important. When I was debating whether to join or who to join with, I wanted to be with somebody who knew how to do, on a team where I would have access to the training of people who knew what they were doing. And so I want to just clear your doubt of any of that. This team as a whole, Tamara and myself, we were number 1 and number 2 in the entire company last week. And we've been that way for, we've been on the top list for over 2 years. And so I want you guys to know you're in a good place. You're in a place where we care about training. We care about being different. We care about not doing it like everybody else. So I loved that. My introvert self loved that. Okay, so now how are so many different types of personalities successful in Plexus? You know, because not everybody was like me, not everybody's like Tamara. People that are successful are very different than us. So I love, for example, you know, like I loved that I got to be in charge. I was the CEO of my own business. I got to be my own boss. I got to set my own hours. I knew I was driven to succeed. I knew that if Tamara could get her Lexus in 8 months, then I was going to try and do it, you know, and I did. And so that was what I loved. I loved the fact that I could get a free Lexus, that I could get a free annual trip to Hawaii every year. I love that I have the flexibility to work from home on my iPhone with my babies. I've got 2 kiddos, so I could be home with them. That was an important piece to me. I want the recognition and the success. That was an important piece to me. Now, no, not everybody's like that. You may be over here and you may be thinking, I don't care a lick about money. That's not what's important to me. That's amazing. It doesn't have to be about that. You know what the cool thing is? And it's not all about that. It's about helping people. It's about sharing some. Our personal story is my husband no longer suffers from IBS, like explosive IBS. Let's just be real. My son no longer suffers with eczema and constipation. Nobody in our household no longer has to take allergy medicine. That's our story. That's our truth. Tamara, who started the call, used to have migraines that would send her to the bedroom, and she'd have to mess up her plans and cancel her plans all the time. All this is sharing something that we know. Like, how could I let somebody go miss out on their plans again for another debilitating migraine? I'm going to share that with them. I have an answer. And so it's just a natural thing to share something that helps. You know, you may never care about a 6-figure yearly income, but when you get that text message or that Facebook message that says, thank you for sharing Plexus, you changed my life forever. I mean, that's priceless. That's worth all the money. I make a ridiculous income. You can look it up, the average income disclosure. But the big stuff is these people's lives that are changed forever. We were drowning in debt. We had massive amounts of debt from a past business, IRS-backed taxes, credit card debt, student loans. I'm a huge Dave Ramsey fan, and I was drowning. And this was the answer for us. And so for me, I know the single moms on this call and you out there that are living paycheck to paycheck, this could be your answer. I know the middle class families that work really hard, but they want to take their families on vacation, or they dream of having a pool in the backyard, or they dream of being able to write a check for any need that anybody that comes up without batting an eye. And that's what Plexus has provided for our family. You may be one that just loves to have fun. Well, let me tell you, Plexus is the place to have fun. We're all going to Vegas here in the summer for convention. Every fall, we have a big leaders retreat. You are going to make the best of friends doing this. Our team culture within all of Plexus, it's not this competitive, cutthroat nature. It is the most biggest community atmosphere I have ever been a part of. We all help train each other's teams. We all learn from each other's successes and failures. We all want to see each other succeed. The atmosphere, we say one Plexus a lot because it's true. The one Plexus culture. Shopping sprees. I've gone on shopping sprees the last couple of years through Plexus. $5,000 to spend at Nordstrom's. Like, stuff like this is fun. So whatever you are in this for, if you are big into product and ingredients and how they function and how they work, there's a place for you, and this team is going to provide that training and information for you. If you just desperately want to help people be happier or healthier, this is the place for you. If you are drowning in debt and need an answer, this is for you. If you're just looking for some place to have fun, whatever it is, this is for you, and you were chosen to be on this call because the person who invited you believes that about you, believes that you are going to change the world. And one more thing. I know we're running out of time here, but you guys, when I first joined, my friends just told me, they thought I was crazy. And so you may be thinking, I'm so scared to share. Y'all, I was scared. But it took the bravery of consistency. It took saying, okay, I posted, and then my friend said, oh, Jessica got a promotion. Oh, I can relate to that. I have migraines. Oh, she's getting another promotion. And all these friends joined me months after I first joined. So I want you guys to know, even if people don't join you all at the beginning, but they'd be crazy not to, but know that you sharing something of this magnitude and importance is going to change everything. Isn't it, Tamara? I mean, it's going to change everything. Oh, you're muted, Tamara. Oh, am I muted?
Oh, here we are. Sorry about that. I was just saying, I'm so excited right now. Like, I'm ready to rejoin Plexus, and I've been doing it for 3.5 years. I'm pumped. And I mean that. Like, I've heard these girls' stories in the past. I've heard them multiple times, and every single time I hear something else, it just sticks out to me and just grabs at my heart. And I'm reaffirmed over and over again that this is the place for me. And we want this to be the place for you. So hang with me real quick. We're almost done. This is being recorded. I just want to let you guys know. So if you jumped on in the middle, then I definitely want you to go back and watch it from the beginning. You can use the same link that you clicked on to start this live event. We don't want you to miss any of this. So please go back and watch it from the beginning. But seriously, oh my goodness, how could you hear all of that and not be inspired? Guys, Plexus is the real deal. And all of us are testaments to just that. Not to mention the thousands of others on our team. We're talking about true life change. And as you heard from all of us, even we did not expect it and we're not looking for it. Jessica mentioned it. Our team is one of the most successful teams in the entire company. And we want you to be a part of this. The culture on this team, it's so unique. We are all here to cheer each other on, support one another, and as we grow, and guys, help us become our best self. I'm a different person today than I was 3.5 years ago. And the friendships that have been formed, such an unexpected blessing. Some of my very closest friends I only know now because of this company and this opportunity. So whether you're seeking a health journey, a business journey, or both, we will be here to help lead you and guide you in that, to help you meet your goal, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, so that fun giveaway that I mentioned at the very beginning of the call, to be entered into this raffle to win the $100 cash, I want you to message the person who invited you. Let them know the one thing that you just loved that you heard tonight or that stood out to you, and your name will be entered to win. I'll do the drawing tomorrow evening, and I will notify you if you won. Also, there might be a really fun incentive going on for the next 24 hours, just 24 hours. So make sure to ask the person who invited you about that as well. They might just have a little something up their sleeve for you, so make sure to ask them about that. So in closing, really quickly, remember, whoever invited you tonight, they respect you and they admire you. They see you as a difference maker. They see in you the potential for this opportunity and these products to bless you and to bless your family. They see in you the influence and the ability to bless hundreds and possibly thousands of other people if you just take that leap of faith. So thank you guys so much again for your time this evening. We know that soon we're going to see a flood of names being welcomed to our team as one of our newest VIP members to this team. And truly, we cannot wait to share in this journey with you and maybe even see you on the beaches of Maui next year. Thanks again, everyone. Good night.